Tell.
All right.
Wait. Okay, I can't tell. Okay, it looks like it says we're going live. So okay, good. I
Sweet.
can't access Facebook or these types of things that I normally do because I am not on my own computer. So we're just gonna start talking. Good morning. Let's actually record this really quick. To the cloud, he said. I'm gonna do it. There you go, to the cloud. Wait, to the
Not a computer.
I can't do it that way. I'm sorry, everybody. Hold on a second. Please bear with me. I'm using someone else's computer. Okay, to the cloud. Okay, now how to make that go away.
You
Okay,
are.
all right.
Good.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm Higher Vibrations, and so are you. We are tuning in from Houston, Texas. We are live in this hub of Soulology. It's beautiful to be here. Today's wonderful guest is the lovely Sarah Naomi Cruise.
Thank you, my dear.
And I've had the joy of getting to know her lately, only just recently. And to hear her story is just so fascinating. And she's been here in this place that I'm in right now and has been so useful, assisting of me in this healing and this bonding. And it's been so beautiful to find this sisterhood here. And I just was so honored to have you on. So thank you for coming today.
And thank you for the invite. Thank you. Completing this mission is what I'm here to do. And this is a highlight. Missinette and you are my highlight. Soulology, this Trinity. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, hello. Yes.
Yeah, it's been really beautiful to find these relationships that had already existed before and just didn't realize that they were there. This is happening across the world in a lot of different ways. And so what's beautiful and I feel like there's a need to highlight the importance of this is that the awakening individuals who are coming forward right now in the biggest way, I would say, relatively speaking, in comparison to many of those that we've been listening to on content providers like this, have been awakened for a long time, and then individuals are coming in fully in their power within a very short time. So I'm curious,
yes.
would you like to elaborate on this story of yours, of this awakening journey?
Thank you. Thank you. My greatest pleasure is to come to this awakening and do what I know is truly in my heart, the right thing to do. Always been in search of the truth, and I feel like I'm able to speak my truth now lovingly, and it makes all the difference on how you do it. So
yeah,
yes. I've always been loving antique things and then old world architecture and the different landscapes when you travel. And so the last probably 7 years, I've been eyes opening more and more every day, pointing things out, letting things be known to those who I'm around, but it's not for everyone. So, and that's the hard thing, but you have to just keep on completing your mission. So yes. And it's so important. So I feel like it's been like a ticking, I'm always concerned about time, but now I know why. And so it's just vital to vibe high, be the best you can be, and it will definitely ripple. So that's it. Yeah.
The one of the experiences, do you mind if I speak?
Please do.
One of the experiences I got to have with Sarah here was like there's this beautiful place that of just high energy and frequency that people gather and sit and just in this communion of love that has already been established for a long time. Like it's really fun to step into these already high frequency places that have been worked on and established long before I came. I actually don't have a lot of experience with that kind of a thing, so it's beautiful. Also having Sarah in this circle in this square with us and the type of healing that she has provided me with was so seamless and natural that I didn't actually fully realize what was happening. And for a minute, I'm like, why am I just breaking down right now? Like, I'm like, why am I just breaking down? Like, it was crazy breaking down. And that doesn't happen like that for me. And it was this, I'm used to being on the other side of these types of things.
Yes.
And so this came so natural for you that it, to me, felt this would be what an experience you would expect from
Mhm.
a well established, doing it for
Oh.
many lifetimes, kind of an individual. And so I'm curious, do you have previous experience with this type of thing? Did you know what you're doing, or those types of things in an earlier life period?
No, not in this lifetime, my dear. But I know that it's all coming so naturally to me since my 44th birthday.
She's
And
44 like me. We're the same age. We're both
79,
79.
baby.
We
Yes,
both
yes,
did that.
I love it. So yes, I felt the call. And the thing is, the timing. I've, just been new to higher vibrations the last few seasons, 6 months. And then really so new to Soulogy. Just August is when I started tuning in. And
in August of all times to tune into.
and so that led me to just the day after my 41st birthday, I took a solo trip to Sedona, and I really did overcome my 3 major fears: driving alone to the desert, hiking by myself in Red Rock Canyon, the bottom, way bottom. A man told me when I was stopping to get souvenirs for my loved ones that I should go down to the water in Sedona. And I didn't know where, long story, I didn't know where I was going, but I just ended up, and I heard the water, and it said Smoker's Trail. And I went down there, and oh man. And the pictures I've taken, it just goes right along with every place I've been, solo trip to get away and clear my head. But I've been called to the water. And when I get back and do my research, I'm like, that's a hub of ley line interstate, like a whole, and I love me some holy ground. So yes, healing it up. I think it's so important to vibe high right now, all the time. And so that's what I was doing, going through the land, singing my grateful praises. I had no music playing the whole time. It's like an 18-hour some change drive from Lincoln, Nebraska to Sedona. And just the sound, I only have 3 tuning forks and 1 singing bowl, but let me tell you, and my crystals. Thank you, John Joy, for setting me up well. They were making an orchestra of higher vibrations. That's how I found Pamela's. I was typing in higher vibrations. And I seen her pretty face. I'm like, click, and I was hooked. I'm like, oh, her message is right on time.
Wow.
So
it's so amazing. And I was guided to pick that name. That wasn't something I just decided on. And that's because we are all higher vibrational beings. And
yes, ma'am.
It's the oneness that's established there. Yes. So there's some questions. I need to jump on Facebook somehow too. I closed things on Todd's computer on accident.
It's all new. It's all new, and it's wonderfully.
I think he's it might be Apple or something. I don't even know, because everything's backwards. But anyway, so I can't see your comments in Facebook. So if you're commenting, I apologize. I'm not going to be able to respond to them. But Jess says, hey ladies. And so are you in Houston? Woohoo! I totally am. We're in Houston, Texas right now. I just screwed up the thing here. So
boots on the ground, baby.
There we go. Wait, that usually fixes it.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Is it too close?
No, I don't know. I've seen him do it too, but he seems to know what he's doing. Obviously, I don't have any clue. Sorry, guys. Anyway, we're gonna be blurry, I guess.
Yeah,
we're gonna be blurry.
At least you can hear. Yeah,
we are in Houston, Texas. This is the hub of Soulogy, dude. It's so funny. I don't know how I did that. And I feel like I'm glowing. You say, Chrissy says, look at you glowing, Pamela. It is. I'm so happy. There we go. Yes. I'm so happy. Like the level of frequency that can be reached right now and sustained
yes,
is amazing. And we're finding that it's being done more easily with others. And you know what else? Check this out, guys. I mean, whoa, I'm not an introvert anymore.
Hey.
Like it's so crazy.
Mm.
It's not that I was an introvert, is I just didn't want to be
See?
around frequency people that were like diminishing of self and pulling us down and all that stuff that was happening.
Hello.
Those conflict things. We don't have to do it
No.
with people like Sarah, with other individuals on this awakening journey, and so we've taught each other how to do this together too, and it's been so cool to watch. And so I'm curious, what's your experience been like in this past couple of days? Like, I'm just curious.
Oh, really miraculous. The amount of like I'm like, I concur. It's like I agree completely. And it's without even, I don't know how the love overcome, like this is happening. This is happening. So I've always been good versus evil. It's the low vibe and high vibe. So
yeah. And we are all high vibe now.
Hey.
And the thing is we pull in the shadows, so we have character. Like, you wouldn't be able to see this was like really a nose if there was no sun on it. But like, you can actually see that I've started wearing sunglasses. But the shadow creates the character of what that is. And so shadow is that example is the same concept. And we bring in our shadow so it can be seen, and most of it ends up leaving once it's seen. And
that's right.
Seen.
That's right. And that's what yes.
Yeah.
And it's just, continuous learning journey, test every day. It's about passing those tests. Yeah. Ease and grace. And each one, teach one. I love it. Yeah. I'm learning so much that I've already, it's confirmed, it's confirmation. It's, it's what I knew down deep. And then just hearing it is like, so that has been miraculous. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. All the constant validations that we're getting, it's been fun. Because y'all know how I go. I just go off and like I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. Like, it's just some of it's channeled, some of it's not. It's like a mesh. And it's funny because like she's over here writing notes, and we're just sitting out in the, under the stars talking. There was a beautiful rainbow that came over too after this lizard, by the way, is coming here. Okay, I want to tell people this. We're in the Soulology world right now. This is Soulology right now.
It's got to get it out.
Okay, so I went live a couple of days ago yesterday. I don't know what day it was recently, and all of a sudden these lizards started to come. Brother Lizard is a Native American, speaking of Native American tone, medicine of the animals. This is the way that I am. Like, I follow this way, and lizard has never come to me in the cards or in, it's come to other people before through me, like it's for them. And then all of a sudden I had lizards surrounding me, and they were all going like this, like, yes, 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 yes. Right. And so, there was this whole thing about that. And then the lizard came again into the square we were talking about. That's just sacred space. And lizard came, and turns out, and what lizard says is speak your truth and be liberated, is what lizard's essence is. It's dreaming, but there's a whole bunch of other symbolism in there. But isn't that fitting that of all the places, the hub of Soulology, where you hear, there's no way for anyone to count how many times he talks about speaking your truth. I do the same, and I really resonate with this message. And so I find this really cool. And then there was a rainbow. Above that.
Yeah. And a halo rainbow.
Yeah. All around the sun, but a big one. I got a picture of it. It was really pretty.
Not every time she'd look at, every time you'd look up, you're like, there's a rainbow. Yeah. I'd have to move over to where she was to see it.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of rainbows in that square. That's right. I forgot. We saw the flicker rainbow that had it was a prism of light, but there was no place that you couldn't find where it came from. I had a phenomenal experience there last night too.
Oh yes.
Some crazy stuff goes down in that world. Jeanette says 44 is massive for me. Just turned 45. Next chapter has started. Yeah, 44 is crazy. I knew 44 meant that this was a time that these things were going to happen. And it's crazy that we're freaking here. Like, so for me, it's March. March 27th is my birthday. And I have found that every March there's something. And I always thought because it was my birthday. I only just lately started figuring out that everybody has a March thing.
Okay. Yeah.
It's an ascension activation that starts in March every year. Every year, it's usually like late March when people notice it the most, but people will notice at the beginning of the month, which I always did too.
Okay.
And I always assumed that was because my birthday was coming and it had to do because of rebirth. And you think about the year that's passed, like the new year.
Sure.
And so I always thought that's what people did on their birthday. That's just an annual, everybody does that on March.
All right.
So you're a
Love
Virgo,
learning.
is that right?
I am. In the very end, my mom's like, you didn't want to be born. I was 3 weeks late. So, yep, 9/19/79, 9:22 at night, 19 inches long.
Lots of nines
That's a night.
and sevens.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. 79 means gold. It means the sun. It means a lot of things in alchemy and all these different places. It's really cool to look
Mhm.
into and find out these symbols because there's also a circle, kind of like, let's see, like backwards. It's kind of like there,
It is
a circle with a dot in the middle. If that is the symbol I kept seeing, and it was like the merging or the converging or the like this, that creates the Vesica Pisces inside the center. I'm used to being mirrored.
Right,
so,
right. It is all new to me, but I love it.
Anyway, this is also 79. The symbol of 79 is Odin, is the sun, is all these things. So it's kind of fun. It has to do with honey and the gold of honey. Jessica says 44 was big for her too, 2 years ago. Same with my birthday, says Jeanette, a few days before Halloween. Always big energy. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of us were born on significant times. That's why I was interested in your timing. And I feel like there's something with that particular date too, like near to that time, and I'm bringing this up because we're talking about code.
Yes.
And Sarah here also is very much into code. And this has been a fun conversation thing that we've been doing with Elsa and Stacy, Todd, and a lot of different people. And I was curious, when did you start to notice that was code?
Really, I've noticed it probably the last 7 years, but I didn't understand it until I started tuning into y'all really and watching that Trinity show. So that's how I got here, is Pamela and the Trinity show, and then Soulogy. And through that, I'm so thankful. Soulogy is like, the third part that I came across, and it's that Trinity show and the codes. That's when I started like, wow. And then just the last 3 months has been code. But
yeah, lots of threes.
Yes, always.
And sevens. 7 years ago this started. There's sevens.
I didn't realize that until you said that, and you said it a few times, but then I'm like, wow, it has been
everywhere. And like we were driving and there's like building 77577 777 77777 71177, like the airplane we were on. All this kind of stuff. There's some crazy activation. Okay, do you mind if I take a minute to talk about the journey here?
Please.
So this is something that is happening to a lot of people, and it's good to get this word out.
Yes.
So as many of you know, I'm from extreme northeastern Washington state, up there, the Sasquatch country and tree land, the tree state. And I knew that I needed to come here. And I didn't know it was here at first. I knew we were to leave, and the message was nothing treasured, nothing lost. This could come at quite the cost. And I knew that how important it was, and that it meant Arkansas. And this Arkansas story I've known forever. I know for sure by 15 years old, though I don't know if it was before then. I remember the conversations that were about that at that time. We knew we were building a village for single moms, is how I interpreted, because at least the first wave of people that come, typically, not all, but the average person who comes will be single women or single fathers. And then there'll be people who are just not with children as well. And there's this thing that's so this was the message, and I understood it. I knew that the unburdening of my belongings had to do with needing to go there without these things. And I really wanted to take them. Like I want my bed. I want my pillow. I want my blanket. I want those things. And I just couldn't. There was no way to do it. Every synchronicity lined up for me to come right now because I need to come right now. I don't exactly know why, but I'm starting to learn it a little bit. I think that the ability to stay in the moment and go with the flow has really helped this, knowing that because every step of the way I've been caught by the universe exactly. I've had exactly what I needed exactly at the right moment every single time. And a little bit more each time too. You know, like it wasn't like you're now gonna have to go without something. There's never ever any needing to go without, ever down to the penny, all the way here to Houston, just every single step of the way, and watching as all people had converged and collected in this way, in this team of making this happen has been amazing. And then as I come here, then Sarah's here. We do all this like crazy healing stuff at the Sacred Center and just like all this. And so I'm bringing this up because a lot of people are feeling this need and they don't know what's going on. This drive to unburden themselves of belongings, or at least uninvest in them, realizing that the things that you own after a time may likely own you. And so anyway, I just to let everybody know why we're here. We're coming to start to be in participation in this group effort of creating this Soulogy Festival for December 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's going to be so kick-ass, man. There's going to be so many things going on. You know, like so far there's like, I think about 100 people that are like bought tickets that are physically coming or something like that, but it's going to be a lot bigger. Everybody I've talked to has seen this. A lot of people that I've talked to have seen this.
Yes.
So you've seen this too. Would you like to elaborate?
I haven't seen it, but I feel it. And it's what I know. I'm all about live music. It's been a handful of years since I've seen. And so I know. And that's another reason I'm in Texas, manifesting how I want it to be. Because I have a key, crazy story about that key that came in March. Oh, I never get any packages, but I sure did. One cold day in March, a little Amazon package, no return address, no letter inside, but it did say Sarah Naomi Cruise with, with an antique key inside.
This is cool because keys are coming up a lot. In fact, my last live, Elsa's writing keys in my, there's a key thing going here.
With this key inside. And so I just set it on top of the refrigerator and
hold it up to the camera.
Up to my, yes, you're welcome. In my bowl that I keep some sage. And before I left to go to Sedona, I went to my, speaking of, shout out to Eclectic Joys. Coming at you soon. That's going to be the name of a show. It's going to be in threes. Miss Jandria, Jason, and I are going to have Eclectic Joys. All good news coming soon. But I went to Eclectic Joys, 2408 J Street, Lincoln, Nebraska. Get what you need there. She set me straight. Took it to Sedona, and it's been unfolding ever since. I know what this key is for, and I am opening all these doors with it. I'm just so thankful to have had the ears to hear and the eyes to be seeing, and right on time.
That is such a beautiful story. Hey, baby, are you coming
right on time
on our live? Come on over. You're
in the middle.
Hello, this is Madison.
Oh, look at that smile.
Do you want to tell them a story of any kind?
I can't think of anything.
That's okay. You want to sing a song?
Can't think of any song.
All right. That's okay. You just want to
shine bright. That's shining bright. That's all we really need to do. Folks will pick up what they need to off of it. Oh,
I'm curious, baby. Will you answer me a question?
That's
What's it like since we've been here? How does it feel for you to be here?
It feels great.
Yeah, what's so great about being here?
Well, we have a huge family and lots of other things.
Yes, it's so great having such a huge family here, isn't it? How can you tell it's family?
Because there's lots of people living with us.
Oh yeah. How's it feel in your heart?
It feels really happy.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? It's so beautiful being around a group of people who are such high frequency, and like Maddie had said, that these adults that don't lie.
Hey, we love us some truth tellers.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're making this right now in like mini form, but what's going to happen in December? There's going to be a whole bunch of people doing it at the same time, huh?
Yeah.
It's going to be a big, giant family of love.
I'm so looking forward.
What do you think you're gonna do when we have the big party in the festival?
I don't know, but I would. I remember. I'm gonna sell paintings for free.
Why are you gonna sell them for free?
Well, it was Sarah's idea.
It was Sarah's idea.
Uh-huh.
Well, you had said that it was
So
your
hard.
idea too. Remember you?
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
I said
What-
you should sell them, and she's like, "I'm going to give them for free." You tell it, Mama. But yeah.
And it was so beautiful because then she said the reason that she wants to sell them for free is because what if somebody only has $1 and 1 penny or 2 pennies, and they would still need this painting because it's an activating painting. So she's gonna give them for free so they can still
Hello.
have money for food.
Hello, woo!
And I think-
Activation
and she's
time.
been making these paintings to sell at the festival. There's a lot
Yeah.
of Star Children that are going to be there.
They're
There's
beautiful.
a tent, a children's tent, and they're all going to gather there. And Maddie, you're going to do some cool stuff with all the kiddos that are all in alignment with you. Huh? It's gonna
That's
be so
right.
neat.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
look forward to the. Oh,
The stuff
look
that you're
forward
going to
to
do is going to be
coming.
cool.
yeah.
And she's even talking about maybe even doing her own show for Soulogy Network.
hey.
What do you think about that? You're still thinking about it, huh?
Yeah, still thinking.
But whatever you choose to do, there's going to be a lot of kiddos coming out
That's right.
and having a place to stand, seeing that they're powerful too.
Yes.
They're not diminished little beings. In fact, they're awakened and they're on fire.
Hey,
They know what's going on and they will tell the truth. And instead of saying, shush, don't say that, that's rude. Listen to them.
yes,
Listen to Madison's and people like Madison all over the world
that's right.
because you know what's going on, huh?
Yep,
Yeah.
we all do.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is awesome. Yeah, I'm not even lying. My dreams have been coming true ever since I went to Sedona. I watched Pamela. I watched, shout out Michelle Gibson. Oh, I met her in Sedona. Everything. Yes.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna be
It's
so
all love. And love overrules. So, woo.
right. And a lot of people are coming earlier than you think. Like some people are coming. I know that we're gonna have the tents up for people to start kind of like doing a thing on the 4th of, it's a Monday, the 4th of December, when the festival doesn't officially start until the 8th, though on the 7th, which is Thursday before the festival technically starts, there's gonna be like a meet and greet kind of thing. A lot of us are already, I was gonna say a lot of us are already gonna be there, but we're already here. But there's a lot of people who are coming early too. So anyway, it's going to be so awesome. And, you can buy your tickets if you're interested in this. It's at SoulogyNetwork.com or SoulogyFest.com. I think that's also a new website that you can go direct link. I'm not sure though.
Yeah.
Very good. Soulogy Fest.
And it's going to be so cool. So anyway, while we're preparing for this, the whole point about us doing this gathering right there is this is a convergence of individuals
Yeah.
in mass on their
Mhm.
way to places like this Arkansas
Mhm.
settlement that's going to be creating this massive this ripple effect of many of us living a more natural way. And it's not going to be like all like roughing it kind of
No.
stuff. There's luxury too. Like we got internet out there, man. I'm still gonna be doing sessions and stuff. Like we have water and stuff, but it's gonna be what's it called when we're going in Arkansas? Maddie told me what it was called.
Got.
And I think you
Oh
called
yeah, Mountain.
she called it Magic Mountain. I thought that was fascinating because there's a really important movie that activated me when I was your age called Race to Witch Mountain. And I always said Magic Mountain instead of Witch Mountain because we weren't allowed to say the word witch.
What?
But my mom thought that was a bad word back then. We weren't allowed to say witch. It was like a curse word.
Yeah,
No.
your mom is funny.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You want to tell them anything else? You have any stories you want to tell?
That's all.
That's all.
Mhm.
Thanks for coming on the show. You want to stay here? Or do you want to do something different, or you want to hang out with us?
How about do something different?
Thanks for coming, Madison.
That's right. Right on time, sister. Right on time,
Oh, we got some
sister.
people saying they love
Oh,
you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're gonna start putting content out of Maddie's. Like, I haven't really done that before because now we're in a place where it's okay to do that, and so
That's right.
it's time. So,
That's
and
right.
Madison was excited to be able to do videos and put them on YouTube.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's been wanting to for a long time,
Uh-huh.
so it's time now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we'll see you around more, huh?
Yeah, we will.
That's
Thanks
right.
for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
I love you.
Love you.
Yes, yes,
See you
yes.
soon. That was fun. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I just love her.
I know.
That was
I know.
perfect, wasn't it? All right, let's see some of these comments. We got a bunch coming down here.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Sarah Carter, I got to figure out a way to make it work, but I'm coming to Soulology Fest. Yes, Sarah Carter.
Yes.
And yes, honey, preach. I will be your #1 fan, Maddie. Brian Todd, so sweet. Thank you. Claudia, so beautiful being around a young soul like Madison. Oh, she's adorable,
Yes.
says Nancy Jeanette. Hi, Maddie. My heart is bursting. I love you, Maddie, says Sarah Carter. Maddie her mission, her goal is to hug everybody, as many people as she can. Like that's been her goal. Like and so like, let's all be respectful with each other and understand that some people aren't okay with being hugged.
Okay.
Like,
Yep.
and so I'm teaching her this because there are some people that aren't into that.
Gotcha.
However, this is what a lot of people are going to be doing, and there's nothing about it. It's like, including myself, like there's something about this embrace, this love activation embrace that we're doing that has nothing to do with any underlying I want to see you later kind of thing, like, and so
Right.
this is the purest, most innocent hugs that we're going to be giving out, and everyone's going to get one. And if you hug somebody for 22 seconds or more, healing activates right away. It happens. I've already
felt
seen
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Yeah.
What was that like?
The best feeling. Like you're just so lightweight. Getting light as a feather is the goal. And it happens this way. So
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Mhm.
And it just keeps getting better and better.
It sure does. And everything is just making sense, thinking back on life. This is for this time. It's a very vital time.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the activation moment.
Yes, yes.
We are
time
here.
to rise and shine forevermore.
And so right now, a lot of people are doing some massive healing, rapid healing.
Yes, it is rapid.
And a lot of individuals
be done.
try to compare themselves to people like me. So I would like to say something is that I've been working on this healing since I was 13, when I was in it. Okay. And like, I am an experience where I did have an uncommon number of frequency of trauma that needed to be dealt with in a single lifetime. Though what it is just that quantum healing we talk about, just going back to the moment, in the moment that thing happened, and empower yourself, change the story somehow, some way. I had no idea that was what I was doing. I was just shown to do it, and I did it naturally in a lot of ways. And it turns out it's quantum healing. You can turn yourself into somebody that comes in, charges in, and like blows up the bad guy. That's fine. Whatever. You can be where all of a sudden you're yourself, and like all of a sudden you're strong, you're a superhero strength or something like this, and change the story. Take your power back. And
that is right.
It doesn't mean that that's reality, but what is reality? I mean, I don't know how to say a different word. It doesn't mean that you've physically changed something. Your friends and family will still remember the same story most times. However, for you, it's been healed. And then you can go. Then you can let go of it. So how have you, that's just my example.
Yes.
I know you've done a lot of rapid healing. Is there any particular tips or?
Oh, particular tips. Another thing, tuning, keep tuning. Yes. I'm so thankful to have had the experience to be around all those different singing bowls, tuning forks, gongs. Yesterday, was it yesterday?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Oh, let's actually do a shout out, dude.
Yes.
This Gabriel guy, dude. Yes. Oh my goodness. There he is. He was on Todd's show here. I think it was Facebook and YouTube, kind of social media. I did it again. Yeah, well. So anyway, it fixed itself last time. Hey. See what happens. So this is what you're talking about. Please go ahead after, now that you're blurry.
Oh no. It's all about that hearing anyway, that key tuning helps. Let's see. They say it's chemical imbalance. It's just your harmony, your body's harmony. And you have to unblock those chakras, get everything flowing how it needs to be in an alignment. And, this is what I'm honing in on while I'm here. So, yes, I'm just so thankful to be doing the work that needs to be done for everyone that I come across and all the land that I travel to. and from, taking different mother roots system. Shout out Michelle Gibson once again, in search of that truth. So finding it. I mean, it's not in search of, it's just uncovering it.
Yeah.
Through all these mini resets. Tap into your true self. Can heal yourself.
Yes.
Let's do it. Everything in my life has led up to this point of speaking my truth with love. That systematic, I don't want to start cussing, but that systematic bullshit life is done.
Yes.
So
Preach.
it's time. Yes. To eclectic joys, spreading the good news. There's so much good news, or good will overcome.
Yes.
So that key tuning, I got that key, using my tuning forks. I'm just sending love. We do. Tell them the love ball.
Yeah, it's the love ball. Like the plasma love ball that my daughter's known for, getting the love from the heart. Plasma, you can send this to people. This is a practice a lot of people do, is they'll put their hands together. We've talked about this. In fact, Gabriel guided us to do it specifically this way. So let's talk about the rubbing of the hands. And that actually does cause the friction, causes the activation to feel self. I've always noticed that whenever I notice my hands the most is when they're heated up. They usually do it naturally, though this is doing it on purpose to practice. And then you feel your energy. And as you feel your energy, you're noticing you're actually bringing energy from God that's coming in from whatever way to you, into you, and you're bringing it out usually through this area of your body, including your hands. It's just, this is how it works. Like we're all wizards.
Hey.
And so this is love. And then you can throw it at somebody. And so there's other things that we do. One of the things that Sarah here does, and she's recently, so Todd's talked about this a few times, why I'm asking you this question, is your tuning forks and like how you came to, this is what I need to do.
Yes. I do not believe in pharmaceutical pills that will make you have an out-of-body experience and tell you to kill yourself like it did twice for me. And so I just know there has to be a better way. And so really it's for my daughter. She unfortunately is in this court system for probation for being 6, 10, 15 minutes late to school a lot during her junior year. She's a senior now, and she is on probation for it. So I switched her to an alternative school, thankfully. So, but yeah, through this, she has to go to a counselor, and there's prescribed her 3 different medications. So I did my tuning fork on her. She doesn't take that medication anymore. And soon she's not having to take these drug tests every week. I'm going to give her kratom. Mary Jane, Mother Earth. Let's get right. Stop relying on going to someone to tell you your problems. Let your problems, feel them, let them pass, and you can do it. You can do it without driving somewhere. But that's a whole nother story. This is just my message, is to speak truth with love. But I do get passionate about it because my life has led me up to this point. So
how do these tuning forks, how do these tuning forks work in lieu of medication?
Oh, you don't need the medication. It's just harmony. So just tapping in, just listening it'll heal you. You won't need chemicals.
Yeah. I found that to be true as well. Personally, in my experience, everybody's different.
Yes.
And I would say that there's definitely, the exception to the rule. And the exception to the rule there might be more of them than you think. However, there's definitely this thing where medication, artificial healing solutions through the use of petroleum-based pills and other things that are synthetic means of healing. It's easy. You can Google it. Even Google doesn't censor it anymore. You can see what happened in the 40s when America and the pharmaceutical companies absorbed many of these considered war crimes or war criminals from Nazi Germany, Reich, and all this stuff. And these eugenic individuals were participating in this. Now I'm saying this because some of the frequency of some of the things that we consume can be noticed as a big hindrance. However, you can transmute anything. I found that out when I asked about this vaccination thing that was happening. And they answered not just about the vaccination, they talked about all of it, all of it. Psychotropic meds, behavior meds, foods, chemicals, heavy metals, all kinds of things. You can transmute anything. Okay. So this is not a scare tactic. This is something that if we unlayer certain things off of places, then people who are lazy, like this person who doesn't want to do the extra work, I don't do the extra work. So like, I won't like randomly slap her. I don't know, because I don't want to apologize. And that's not the only reason, but like I wouldn't do something that would require something that I don't want to do.
Yes.
If I don't have to, because that's busy work that I just don't want to screw around with. And so I don't take medications. I do holistic healing.
Yes.
I if I can avoid it, I just don't. And so far I was on antidepressants and stuff. And actually one of the things that they put me on as a teenager, they didn't even know what was wrong with me. They were like, you're not sleeping. You're in a foster care house.
Right.
Why aren't you sleeping? That's weird. Here, take this. And like, so, I did have to transmute some of that stuff. So I'm bringing all this up to tell you that if you're going to do anything like come off medication, take your time. There's a thing called titration. Look it up, please. You slowly come off of it over time. Do whatever it is that feels correct for you. You know your own body. You hear your own guidance. However, if you need to know something ahead of time, that's my guidance for that. So, and if you need to keep taking your medication, do it. There are different things too, other than tuning forks.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a lot of options.
Yes. And this is just I'm so excited. This is just the tip.
Yeah.
Me honing in on, I love all instruments. So
yes.
Instrumental music. Oh, it's.
Yeah. Like Gabriel's
yes.
yesterday. What happened there?
Oh, I tell you what, tuning in to, let's see, I got to get it right. 432. We have to get off the wrong frequency that we're listening to. And I'm not quite sure when they did it, but they did it to us. And I'm in the 40s. Yeah. And so, very important what you're listening to, what you're watching. It's not just what comes in your mouth.
It's great.
It's really the audio. It really is. So key tuning is what I'm preaching. Holistic healing.
Yeah.
Love. That's my mission, and healing this density, getting up out of it for the greater good for the children. The children are our future. My children too. Yep. I do everything I do for my children, and there are great leaders.
Yeah.
And we have to be the best we can be.
Yeah.
For the greater good. So that's the gist of it. That's why I'm here. Being stagnant is no longer an option.
Right.
So,
right. There's no more bystanders. Everyone's participating, whether or not you are.
True.
That's why the sleep disruption is so common right now. I would say is that so many people are doing it still in a subconscious kind of way.
Okay.
They're not fully aware of what they're doing. And powerful experiences, and so people are reporting like weird dreams is how they're calling it, and they're just not fully, a lot of other kind of experiences with this, I always wanted to talk about the going to Gabriel Nora experience a little bit, because it was such a phenomenal experience. He had all these singing bowls and beautiful instruments, and the energy of this individual is really beautiful too. Like I really enjoyed being in the space that he had prepared here and interacting with him in this Reiki kind of way, and to hear him say things that if you knew me, you might know, and to find out he had never heard of me, I was really, really overjoyed that he had said these things that were like as if you had been a content or a subscriber and followed my content.
Right on point.
And then knowing about Madison, my daughter, and just all of this stuff and the way that the music moved through, I'm still feeling it activating me. So cool. He actually does sessions and stuff too. And what we did is we joined Tot session is what we got to do. It was really random actually. I didn't have anything happening that day. We had kind of been thinking about doing something, and then Todd said, I'm going to do this in 45 minutes. You guys want to go? And so we like all loaded up in her car. That was really cool.
I loved it. And my family's like, what are you doing in Houston? We're not city. I don't like the city. I don't like
Yeah.
the traffic. I can't stand the traffic, but I'm always protected, blessed and highly favored. I'm so thankful, but it was awesome driving, great directions, no sense of, they were in the back seat vibing. I loved it. Pamela, her daughter, and Miss Claudia. I don't know what we were listening to, but it was some right on time music.
Yeah.
Some classic rock, and it was awesome.
I love classic rock.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then getting there, and we're still lifted from that. Like,
yeah, dude. Yeah. Full
so
on.
it's more to come. It's more to come. So tune in.
Let's go even
The
better.
right frequency
Yeah.
get you there. Grateful praises will get you there.
Yes.
Being equally grateful for the great things as well as the disappointments will get you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
The things that seem to suck usually are the ones that are helping us the most. Like I found that the best activations occur in this way. Like also memory, if you all think about it, most of us only recall the unpleasant memories the most vividly. And it's a really good and strong memory. What I have found through this healing that we've all been doing, that there's a common side effect, is that many of us are recalling moments in childhood, early childhood. You know how there's this thing we all know, we lose our memories when we're 7 from before 7. It's called pruning. It's just a natural thing that your body does when you get to a certain age. However, what we're finding is that as we remove this trauma, which is the loudest speaker in the room, in the brain of the memory, then once it's healed, it's no longer speaking at all, actually. That suddenly it's discovered, hey, look at this. I remember this. I remember this. I remember that. I remember learning how to stand up, pulling myself up to a chair, and everything about it happened was correct. I also remember wanting a cigarette when I was that infant. So that's a controversial topic, but past life kind of stuff.
yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
so and so I'm just wondering, as you've been healing some of your trauma, have you noticed this as well, like memory or experiences coming forward?
Oh, yes. It's constant, and it's miraculous, and it's very enlightening and important, I feel, for everyone to go do.
Yeah.
And yes.
That's
And
awesome.
this is like the best. Oh my gosh. Folks go spend buku bucks, talk so much. This is it. Just fellowship with like-minded,
Yes.
same frequency will get you there and free you.
Yes.
You don't have to be, you do what you want, but I'm just trying to let you know other good things. So
Yeah. And love is free, man. The hippies were right.
Hey,
Love is free. And we're not talking about sexual congress right now. We're
Not
talking
at all.
about love, and love is free. And there's been this thing. It's really a thing. If you think about it, it's been a thing that there's some kind of cost for love. There's some kind of sacrifice to have love. There's some kind of editing of self that's required in order to receive this love from the outside world. And that is bullshit.
hello.
Being yourself and shining through, that's the magnet and the glue.
Yes.
It fucking is. And the more that you just let yourself be what you are and who you are and how you are, the more, the things that you would have edited before, when you're them out loud, if they really don't resonate with you, they actually fade once they're done out loud. And you find yourself surrounded with a support network of people who assist you and hold you up in a community kind of way.
Yes.
In like a brotherly or a sisterly or that sibling like energy way, and this is not some one-off fluke. This is a way of life that has always been a possibility. It's just we've not accessed it until now. And now we're doing it in ways that we can live in a house without being expected to pay to sleep. where if you live in a house, in a place that's safe and you're
Yes.
surrounded by people who aren't about all the bullshit and conflict.
Yes.
We're like this kind of sharing all the time. No longer need all of the politicians and the officials. You no longer need the wards and the guardians. All you need is love, and whatever it is you naturally are inclined to do,
Yes.
what makes you happy is exactly what's needed to be done.
Yes.
So
Perfectly said.
thank you.
You're welcome.
That's the
Thank
community.
you. That's right. That's right.
And everyone's welcome.
That's right. And it's so funny that this is when they started talking about Arkansas, not very much, but I tuned in heavily because this is what a few posts, I don't even know, a few years ago on Facebook, just posting, what if we had all these acres of land where everyone lived, and it's like, loved it, shared it. A few people liked it, but this is what I've been saying. This is what I've been talking about. This is why I've been called to go to Holy Land and all my travels. It's always with a beautiful water view, secure in the mountains. So it all makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
And right on time.
Yeah.
Hence my life. So.
Right. One of the natural geological aspects of where we're going is significant because there's a lot of them. It's full of code. It's full of code. But there's something I can tell you about is that a lot of you already have gotten this message on your own, whether it came to you from someone on the outside or whatever, outside resource other than myself is what I mean, or a channeled message or just a knowing or something like that, is that when the Atlantean thing happened, when the deluge occurred, before it, everybody knew about it. Like, and they knew it was coming. It was one of those like slow car wreck. Anyway, I'm used to my camera being on the bottom instead of the top. So
Right.
It's kind of disorienting.
I hear.
Anyway, so there we go. I can't remember how many there were. I do know that there are 3 that we moved to this place and put them under the ground, but not really. They're actually called mountains, but they're not mountains. They're these massive behemoth crystals that are a tool to amplify your own power, your own frequency that you have. You are powerful. All of you. All of us are equally powerful. It's just simply being allowing yourself to get over the fact that it's not egoic to say that you're awesome. That there's nothing to be shameful to say that you can do some cool stuff. Because everybody can do some cool stuff. So you're not holding yourself above anyone.
That's right.
And so these crystals are the mountains. And I've always known that. I've known that they were the mountains, and there's just like this layer of like rock and stuff and sediment on the outside of it. There's a bunch of caves and stuff. But what's cool though, well, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Is that the crystal, there's baby crystals pop up around the ground, all around this mountain. That is crystals, that I know that. And the only way that would occur is if there was a mama crystal doing it. And it's exactly around the mountain. So it shows you the mountains, this crystal is proof. And this is where we're going. And it's right under the line. We had the Great North America eclipse started in 2017. This whole thing, you would know about the X. This line, we were in the first in 2017, and now we're going into Arkansas. We're going to be directly under this again. And so this is going to be pretty fascinating and awesome to be a part of. No one knew that was part of the what was going to happen. I knew it, but I didn't tell anybody. It wasn't like it was a secret. It just didn't come up. So
I love how things come up right on time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Makes all perfect sense to me. That's why I'm here, boots on the ground. Because I feel like I've always been in search of a master teacher, but shit, I am that master teacher.
Yes.
So here I am.
Yes.
Shout out to Erica Badu also. Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's so much. Oh yeah, so we have Sarah Carter asked if there are crystal pyramids. Yeah, there are. But most of the crystal pyramids I saw were like pyramid within a pyramid, or it was like a topper. When you look at the topper with your third eye in alignment, you find that the topper actually has 5 digits, like a hand. and it wiggles like one of those like inflated like characters that are trying to sell you cars, like those guys. It kind of wiggles like that. Looks kind of like seaweed, I guess, too, or something like that. That's an energy plasma thing that's happening on the top of these pyramids, but there's a lot of crystal stuff that's happening. There are about 600,000 pyramids on this planet right now. I know that a third left and there was 900,000. So that's how I know that. And they left because they were spaceships, evacuation, before the deluge occurred. And of those pyramids, we only are told about a very few, very, very few. Like we know a couple of Mayan ones, Aztec ones, we know some in Egypt. There's, also talking about the different pyramids in Australia all the time. They're all over the place.
And driving these landscapes, I see them. They're covered with trees.
Yep.
And I can feel it as I'm going through Mother Root systems. So yeah, it's real. It's just been hidden in plain sight. So
yeah. And there's actually a mountain where I'm going that looks like a pyramid. Yeah.
I actually know about, I have land also that Mountain City, Kansas, Sugar Valley Lake. It's pyramid with trees on top. So
yeah, there you go. That's usually what it is because it's covered with like overgrowth or not overgrowth, I guess, but like, excuse me, like an example of the Amazon rainforest. This Amazon rainforest has a lot. There was a whole civilization of Lemurians that settled there.
Yes.
Like this is part of my recollection, and then it started coming out just a little while ago. They're like, oh, there's some really crazy stuff in here. But they didn't really put it out there. Like you kind of got to like look for it to find any information about this, but
for sure,
it's a thing.
Michelle Gibson, shout out. No, yeah,
that's
how I see it.
There's Jeanette Davis says we have one little mountain here and it is a pyramid. Yeah, so that's another example that you'll see a lot of is we're calling them mountains. In fact, there's a channel message that I got a little while ago about everybody migrating, many people migrating who are awakened to these how they said it was to the pyramids that look like mountains. That's what they said. And I saw it, and the one I looked at, I didn't even know about Mount Kailash or any of the stories about it. Turns out I was looking at Mount Kailash, where these people, the main one that people are going to. We're supposed to hear about that soon. It's November now, and it's supposed to be hearing about it before December's over. I thought so. We'll find out, but and they say this is a tunnel system. There's a lot of stuff about this, Jeanette. Yeah, it's really cool. We're gonna find out more. You want to talk about that?
No, you go ahead, but I'm just it's up my alley, so I'm so excited.
No, please go ahead.
Oh, I don't know, but we are going to be checking out. Yeah, we're going to be checking out some things that folks have told us to. So it's or suggested to. So
yeah. I've been seeing a lot of cave systems, tunnel systems too. Like in the ant race, the ant people. There's I don't know how many of you watch the Trinity show with Todd, Elsa, and I, and we just talk about ants all the time. And Elsa actually has what she's always saying about she's going to get sprayed is that her kids, she's got 8 kids. They're tired of hearing her say anything about ants, so they have a spray bottle that they'll spray the cat if it's doing something, and if she says the word ant, they'll get the spray bottle and they'll spray her. And anytime she says ant, because it's such a big deal right now. And so these tunnels and these ant people. They tend to be, which is funny. 27 is an important number for me, but I always hear the average height from top of head to the tip of their thorax, their butt, is 27 feet. 27, yeah. So on average.
Listening to her talking about codes, I'm like, I don't know, but it's so much, that comes to you just hearing folks talk.
Yeah.
So woohoo! Yeah. I didn't mean to interrupt, but nice. I love it.
Yeah.
And so it's about that fellowship and that collaboration for the greater good. We can't, it's hermit mode is over. And that's to each their own, but for me, I'm about that life. Yeah. More action. I mean, we can talk, but I like action.
Yeah. And that's what we're doing. Right?
Rest time is over. Yeah. And I love my rest. And I really, it's been a pleasure staying staying up late and
Yes, I
talking.
know, it's so much fun.
Yes.
I've been getting her to the night owl thing with me.
No, looking at the stars at night, it's it's just been awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
Yeah. It's an activating place to be.
man. we're doing the
Stacy's
work.
here. Stacy, you're awake.
Woo!
Hi, Stacy. I love you. Yeah, dude.
Looking forward to meeting you in person.
Stacy's gonna be here for the festival. And so I was curious. So you were saying that you're gonna be here, of course, for the festival. So is there something that you would like to open as something that you're gonna do at this time? Or would you, if not that
Thank you. Thank you. My sister, we're gonna have and our brother, we're gonna have there's an author, there's a new book coming out. Jace is an author, so it's a debut for everyone,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's all an eclectic joy, an eclectic group of good thing joys.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
yes, but it's all about lifting that vibe. I look forward to the live music and all the many variations.
We should talk about that. So what's going to happen? Can anybody go up there and talk?
Yes.
How does that work?
I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I don't know for sure. I'm new to this. Please. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be so cool, guys. So okay, there's going to be people that are like, yeah, they're going to speak, but it's not like there's any headliner or anything like that. No one's like held up above anybody. And this microphone is going to be available for y'all to like come up and like do your stuff. Like you can just come up and say, you can express your gratitude. You can just tell a story. You can sing. You can do light language. There's a lot of different types of things people are going to do.
For sure.
I find it to be so helpful to speak it out when someone's listening. Like the kind of healing that I've gotten by doing YouTube and these types of things is phenomenal. Like it sounds so contrary to what would be the truth, but it's really, really amazing, especially in a place where we're all here with love, no judgment, and really, truly receiving a gift by hearing what's being said. The frequencies that you share out is a receiving gift thing as well. So these microphones, there are going to be two microphones all the time that you can go up and you do your thing. You can bring friends, and it's kind of like, I know that my kiddo and I are going to sing a song together. You can do pairing, these types of things. There's a lot of different things. People are bringing awesome instruments. We're going to have a light show. We're going to have this. I'm pretty sure I heard at one point that there was that guy that was a gong. He held his gongs.
Yes.
He was on the show a while back for the with
an eclectic group.
Man.
And that's how I say when I tell people, shout out to the Joint Smoke Shop in Lincoln. I am so thankful to be able to do what I do and be able to go when I need to be able to go. And so I've been passing out cards, Soulogy Network, and I've been telling them, and SoulogyNetwork.com. And also what's on the back of the card is Eclectic Joys, because that's what it is. It's just an eclectic group. When you look on Soulogy, there is pick anything. There's many things to choose from to lift your vibe. Shout out to Ernestine, the soulful guitarist. Just all kinds. I haven't watched very many things on Soulogy because I'm new to it, but pick anything and you are going to be uplifted and inspired to do your own creative ripple effect. And that's really what it's about. You need to work for yourself. You need to stop rushing around for nothing to go punching on someone's time clock. It's just, those days are done for me. You gotta be the best you can be, doing what you love to do, and everything will unfold from there.
Yes.
For the greater good of everyone. So, including yourself. So.
Right. And when you do things for yourself, you find that you're helping the whole in every way too.
It's so reciprocative. I love it.
Yeah. We've been taught, a lot of us conditioned to think that taking care of yourself is selfish and there was something wrong with it. And it was definitely a really good idea to teach people that if you don't want them to be better, And so we're now changing this way and unconditioning to unlearn a conditioned response. It takes a while. That was what I did when I was employed in career style. I was a behavioralist, and So I can tell you with much experience as well as the education to back it. That's true, and so we uncondition, and we uncondition something by taking one part of it away at a time that is not serving us. And before we know it, we notice that we've taken away an entire thing. A structure gets taken down by one brick at a time. And sometimes we find that the structure comes down all at the same time, and so everybody's what's correct for them in the moment will happen in that moment, and so to compare yourself to others in this way is disadvantageous, because we will often find that we're different and say that this is not the same thing. So to see what's similar to it really does help a lot more.
Heard. I concur. Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I love how she puts things. Oh man, you're it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have helped so many, and I am thankful because you have helped me too.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I give props for their due, sisters. So yes. Don't give up on yourself. I almost did right before I turned 44.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful I did it. So
Yeah, this is an amazing story.
yes.
Would you like to share this part, or you don't have to?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I'm all about telling that truth and helping whoever I can. So, believe in yourself, true down. Don't listen to anybody. I don't care how much you love them or think you love. What's love got to do? Then I got to thinking about Tina Turner says, what's love got to do with it? I don't know. It's a secondhand emotion, I guess. You got to love yourself. Because you are worth it.
Yeah.
And you're needed just as you are. You don't have to change yourself. So,
Yeah.
And it's right. You down deep, you will. I so suggest in the morning going outside when you first wake up, going outside and getting some breaths of fresh air.
Yeah.
With your shoes off.
Yes.
Take a cup of water out you had from the night before and give your libations, give your thanks, just pour a little water out. I do for myself, Mother God, Father God, my ancestors. And it will make huge difference.
Yeah. Start your day with thanks and gratitude. Yes. I found that too. Back in 2011, I was leading up to the 11/11 portal, and I started to feel the need to just say what I was grateful for each day. I had Facebook back then. I do again, but this was like the Pamela Facebook,
right?
And anyway, so a month before Thanksgiving month, I started to do this gratitude thing. And no, I think it was a month. It was anyway. It turned into an everyday thing.
Yes.
And I made myself do it.
Yes.
Like that was how I started my day. I wouldn't do anything else. I was doing it like peeing, the first morning pee, like that's what I was doing it. And I found that my life changed completely. Yes. I did it for a full year. And then everyone started doing it in November. And I'm just that person that doesn't do things everybody else is doing. So I stopped doing it. And that November, I was like, you can only be grateful in 1 month. I mean,
stop. Yeah.
Let's do this
all the time.
Yeah. So I totally agree.
And I'm very unconventional too.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't follow anybody else.
No. I did it backwards, but it's fine. I thought it was very ironic with the 11/11. I rolled in around 11 o'clock on the 1st to do my good deeds. And then she rolled in about 11 o'clock that night on the 1st. And so I just
on 11/1 yeah, Odin Day is when we arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just love all the how everything's coming together.
Yeah.
And being in a line, just being able to be like, yes, I agree. And without no debate, and then it's just awesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And it's fine if you don't agree and there's a debate, but I'm just so used to always having to put up my guard and, feeling like my word don't matter. And it's just opposite. So I'm just so thankful
that your word is honored and listened to.
Yes.
And then it'll be the same as at this festival where people get to go up there and talk. Like, I know I feel like I'm saying it a lot, though. It's like doing that is what heals it.
Yes.
It releases it. It releases it in a place that is received by those who love it. And we, as one thriving organism, maybe separate looking, like the Amazon rainforest, each separate tree, though we found underneath the network shows you that they're one large thriving organism like we are.
Yes.
And so we transmute that shit that comes out too.
Hello.
You know, so come and be yourself. I'll come karaoke with y'all. Like I
Hey.
will.
Hey.
I'll do it. It'll
Hey.
be fun. Let's have a group. Let's do some fun stuff. We're gonna dance. We're gonna
The
make a
night's
fool of
away.
ourselves, quote
Yes.
unquote. And it doesn't matter because you know what? You're in a place of love. It's about joy and having a good time.
That's right.
You know what? And like, it doesn't matter if you think you can sing or not. It doesn't matter if you can dance. Do you think you can dance or not? It doesn't matter if you think you can or can't.
That's
Do
right.
you want to try?
That's right.
Here's a place that you can do it, and a place you'll be received and loved and supported for it.
And built up. I already know.
Yes, and
You-
built up.
Mm.
Amen.
It's
gonna be
going
so
to
kick-ass.
be, yeah, it's activation time. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited and so looking forward. I love
I love you.
my soul family. Yeah.
There's something that I wanted to bring up before we close up.
Oh, yeah,
There's
I know.
something
I'm
that's
not
really-
rushing. I'm just saying.
It's 515, by the way. I haven't seen this number with a 1 and then a number again a lot. And it's been so far I've seen 515 like a bunch of times past 24 hours. Anyway, here on right now we're on social media. This is through Todd Medina's, SoulogyNetwork.com. On this platform, there's already over 20 different producers. That means there's different channels, like on YouTube, different channels kind of concept, where we all have different things like this. Like this show is the one that I produce. And so Sarah here is about to have her own show, and the next wave of people coming in as producers on the SoulogyNetwork.com platform. And so this eclectic joy is what she's been referring to. I just want to be clear.
Thank you.
That's what we're talking
Thank
about.
you.
So you'll be starting your show within a short time.
Thank
Probably
you.
before the festival.
I think so. That's why I'm here. So I can get in the know and be of assistance, but make the most of my time with what I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So we'll be able to find you again in this way.
Oh, I'm excited. Thank you.
And are you going to start a YouTube channel as well? Is
Of
this
course, yes.
Awesome. So
Yes,
she'll
I
have
got to
to
get
find
myself
her.
out there now since
Yeah.
I know exactly how to do it. So, what I'm going, the trajectory.
Yeah. Most of us find that when we're doing this rapid healing, there's a sensation of depression, and some of us feel like we want to follow that voice. And I wanted to say that I understand what it feels like, and that
let's
we've
do
been
it.
there too.
Yes.
And that may I reveal?
Yes, please do.
The drive to come here on her 44th birthday was instead of dying. And I understand this, and this is an important. Wow, there's somebody here talking to us right now too.
Woohoo.
And very great appreciation. So there's this experience many of us are having, especially when we're in places that's like really dense, really like, if we call it 3D related, or so really into that kind of conflicty, icky, fear paradigm. That maybe there's places that you could go, like this had happened. You don't have to take it. You don't have to be there. That's why we're making these communities.
That's right.
That's why we're going.
That's right.
And so, if this is you too, and you're feeling that your roots are pulling up and you're not sure why, this is probably why. So listen to yourself.
That's right.
You're worth it. So be beautiful. And so you can find Sarah on this channel and her channel, and we'll post them
Yes.
up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is, it's happening. My dreams are coming true.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. I'm really happy that
Thank you.
honored me.
I know the
I
fact
love
that you invited me, I'm like, oh shit, all my dreams are coming true.
That's fun. We're all blurry for the end. Okay, let's try to see if we can fix it. Last time it worked. Okay, there it goes.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. I will be back again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
That's right.
If you are interested in joining this amazing experience, a lot of you already know about Soulogy Festival and all this stuff and how to find it, but it is www.soulogynetwork.com
That's right.
or Soulogy fest.com. these two links or websites are where how you can connect to us and come and be in participation of this party, this celebration of the heart, the activation that's occurring on this. You know, some people are going to find they're not going to want to go home, or maybe won't, and then the rest of them will be changed forever in a very
Hello.
positive way.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I hope
Come
to see
on.
you there.
Come on.
I'll give you all a hug.
As will I. We love you.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
awesome.
joining.
This is awesome.
This is.
I love my life.
I'll see you next week. You got this. You're not alone. There's a bunch of us out here, and we are raving happy. Join us.